Yo, what's up YouTube? Today's video, I'm doing another fishing challenge, going head to head again with my brother in this beautiful pond right here. So today's challenge is sort of a bait challenge. I've got 3 different baits. I've got the maggots over here in the pot, I've got some bread, and I've got some corn in that little pot there. First fish we need to catch is on a maggot. So I'll have my rod, he's got his rod. We need to both catch a fish on a maggot. And then once we've caught one on a maggot, we boost it up to a corn. And then once we've caught one on the corn, we boost up to the bread, if that makes sense. So we need to catch a fish on each one of the baits. Right, so we've both had the rods out here for about 30 seconds on the maggots, and he's already whipped out one. He's got a gudgeon right here. So he's in the lead already, like in the last challenge. This isn't going good for me again. Right, let's release this little guy now. Well done, Ed. So he's on 1-0. He's caught his fish with the maggot. I'm yet to catch my fish with the maggots. This is not going good for me. So guys, we're both back out, but I have made a bit of a problem. I've put the float on before I've put the thing on, if that makes sense. So the float will no longer go out of this rig bit here. So I've just sort of got a float fish. So all I'm doing now is I'm just literally letting the maggot sink and hoping I'll catch a fish. I should get one on the maggot because it's very active, this spot is. But the corn and the bread, I have my doubts. So Ed has got a very, very high chance of winning this challenge again. This is now going to be very hard for me. I've made it so hard for myself. So I don't have a float to see when I've got a bite. I've got to estimate the depth with me holes in it and everything. I'm still on my maggots. If I had a float on, I reckon I would have caught one by now. The spot's active. I've just chucked a load of ground bait in. Even without ground bait, this spot's usually very active. So fingers crossed I've got a chance. If I can at least get one fish, that'll make my day. He's obviously going to win this challenge. You never know though. Things might take a turn and I could win. He's just caught a fish on the corn, but it fell off. So that doesn't count. He's got to catch another one now. Guys, I was just doing my minutely lift up of the rod just to see if I had anything, and I whipped up the smallest little roach I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at how small that is. That's the size of my finger. It's about, geez, he's so small. Would you look at that? It's the smallest thing ever, but it's a catch. So get him in the water. Nice one. I'm off of the maggots and I'm onto the corn, baby. This is going good. I've now actually got a chance of winning. Well, I've now got my piece of corn on the hook, and I'm going to get fishing again, and fingers crossed I'll whip some up on the corn. He over there, he could be on the bread right now because he did whip up a fish on the corn, but he lost it, so that doesn't count. So now we're even, we're on evens, both on corn. Let's see who can get the next fish. Guys, look at what he just whips up. He's caught on the corn, but that is one of the biggest roaches I've ever seen in my life. So guys, somehow he's just whipped up one of the biggest roaches I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at that bad boy, he's huge. He's at least a pound, he is. That's big. He's caught that on the corn as well, so he's now moved up to the bread. Fair play. Let's get this. Look how big he is though. That's got to be your personal best, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's a whopper. Look at that. Wow. Wicked. So he's now on the bread, and he's now on the bread, right? I'm still on the corn, and yeah, wish us luck. Wish me luck, not him luck. He's just hooked himself. Look at that bad boy. What a cut. He hooked it right in his thumb, right there on the corner, and he's bleeding out right now. Don't know if you guys can see, but right where my rod is pointing, there's bubbles coming up everywhere, which either means the fish are spawning, or the fish are just here in general, feeding. So I'm going to try and cast my corn over to where the bubbles are now. There we go. It's on them. Hopefully I'll catch a fish there. So in this video, so far, I've had the smallest roach ever, and he's had the biggest roach ever, which in my opinion is pretty cool. But as of yet, I'm still losing. He's had a fish on the maggot and the corn. I've only had a fish on the maggots. Corn's still out though, and I have just had a bite on it. I lifted it, but the fish went off, and I know I had the fish because I felt it fighting, but he swam off and I lost it. So I'm having bites on the corn at least, which is a good sign. Just lifted up on my bait has been taken, whatever the word is. So I'm going to put a new piece of corn on, get fishing with that again. Right, so I'm back at it. I'm actually holding my rod now. Got the corn on somewhere, and we're just going to fish in by the bush, hope to get some bites. Guys, I'm having loads of bites. Obviously I can't tell because I've not got my float on, but literally when I'm coming in, I feel the end of the rod bend down, and it's like obviously a massive fish because it's quite heavy on the end of the rod. But I want to see if I can get it on film. If I cast it out there and then I'll whip it up and I can't catch the fish, they're harder to catch, to be honest. But I'm getting bites, a lot of bites. Oh, whoa, guys, I've just had like a humongous fish on. Even you can ask Ed, he saw it. I came up to the surface, I couldn't tell what it was. It was either a massive roach, a massive perch, or even a carp, because I've heard rumours of there being carps in this pond. So God knows what it was, but it was massive. I'm going to get another piece of corn on and try and catch it. Yes! Guys, look at this. I've just whipped up a huge roach like Ed's earlier on my corn as well. Yes, I've moved on to bread. He is an absolute whopper. Wow. So I told you guys I was having bites from a big fish. It obviously wasn't a carp or a perch. It would have been this massive, massive roach. He's not quite as big as the one Ed had earlier, but he's big. I'd say he's at least a pound again. So let's get him back in real quick. Yeah, slimy, horrible things, but wow, what a catch. Caught it on the corn as well, so I can now move on to the bread. I'm catching up with him over there. So guys, I'm just going to take this bit of bread here, mush it up a little bit, and then I'll pop it on my hook in a sec and I'll get fishing. So we're both now in the water on bread, and now fingers crossed I'll win the challenge for once, because he won the last one. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it up here somewhere in a minute. But we're both on the bread. I've now surpassed the maggots, surpassed the corn, so has he. We're on to the final stages. So this bread seems like it's hard to catch on, to be honest, because he's been on it for a good half an hour and he's still not has nothing on it. He's had bites on it, but missed every single one of them because he's a loser and he can't fish. But obviously I'm going to win this because I know I'm just confident now. But yeah, the bread, it does seem hard. I've been on it for 5 minutes and I've had no bites, so wish me luck, I guess. Currently we have both had 2 fish. I've had 2 roach, 1 midget one and 1 pretty big one, and he has had the massive, massive roach. What else did you have, Ed?
Got one now.
Oh, no way, no!
Oh my God.
Wow, he's a what? Jesus Christ, look at how big he is. Fair play to you, Ed. He's caught that on the bread, so he's won the challenge. Look at how big that is, though. These roach we've been whipping out today are monsters. That's his second massive roach today. And what was the other fish he caught, Ed? Was it a roach again?
It's a roach.
Yeah, he's had 3 roach and I've had 2. But wow, I mean, he's won the challenge and all, but I'm not that disappointed because I get to see this big fish. Wow. Get him unhooked and we'll show you in a sec. Oh right, he's done. He's done. He's unhooked. Wow. He's another good pound. He's fat as well. He's a bit bigger than the one I had just. He's very fat, he's longer. Beautiful fish, to be fair, apart from the slipperiness and the sliminess. That's horrible. Right guys, we're getting this guy back in the water. Wow. Big roach. We've only had big roaches apart from the midget one I had. Look at his hands. It's covered in slime. It's horrible. That's the only downside about catching these roach. They're the slimiest fish ever. Well, he has now caught his fish on the bread. I'm yet to have mine. Although he's won the challenge, I think I'm going to sit it out and wait until I get 1 more fish on the bread, just so we can make it even and say that at least I did get the one on the bread. So I'm going to see if I can get that now. If I don't get it in the next 15 minutes though, I'll head home, but fingers crossed. I'm having bites, guys. I can feel it on the end of my rod. Tugging. Oh, no, no. Lost the little bugger. Oh well. So, it's been about 15 minutes and I've had no luck apart from the one bite I had just, but I think I'm going to pack away now. Ed said he's going to have 30 more seconds, see if he can get lucky. But I'm going to pack the big rod away. It's also starting to rain. But oh well. I'll get packed up. To be fair, he's having bites right now, I can see. But yeah, so I'll see you when I've packed up. And if Ed gets a fish, I'll show you. So he's accepted fate and decided to pack up. But he did win the challenge at least. Seems to me that he's good at winning these challenges. And although I did come close today, didn't quite win it, unfortunately. But with that, I am going to wrap up today's video because we need to head home. I don't want to get caught in this rain, okay? But he's won, okay? There's no prize money this time because I'm not giving him 50p this time. But yeah. Right, so I'll see you all in the next video. Please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the post notifications so you never miss one of my videos. Also make sure to check out some of my other videos, links here or wherever. Subscribe to my channel again, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. So peace for now.